You've probably heard of the love languages by Gary Chapman, and they are very commonplace. And I think, based on the work that I've done, in my experience, they are very relevant and very prolific when it comes to relationships. All the coaching I've done, the thousands of hours of coaching I've done, I see it firsthand. And so he was a genius of creating this concept, regardless of whether psychologists say there's no evidence to support it or not. I see it in my work day in, day out. But there's something even more fundamental underpinning those that I think we don't discuss enough. And it's a concept that I invented. And it's called the love languages of the soul. And there's 2 for men and 2 for women. So let me tell you what they are. So there's 2 for men, which are space and appreciation. So in terms of what a man wants to receive in his primary soul, spirit, love languages, is space and appreciation. When he needs to be loved or shown love, he wants his space to be acknowledged, that is something okay for him to do. He feels safety in that space, and that he won't be, smothered or covered or, shrouded at that point when he needs his time the most. And so space is a very important one for men, and then appreciation. Now, under that umbrella of appreciation, you do have those other things like respect and, loving him the way that he wants to be loved and appreciated, not, defaming him in public. All of those kinds of things fall under that banner of appreciation. Now, for women, it's time and empathy. Every woman wants time. She wants to be shown that love, to be close to her, to give your time to her. That's what she wants at her core. And the other one is empathy. She wants to be felt, seen, heard. So these are the 4 love languages of the soul. Like I said, 2 for men, 2 for women. The easy way that I remember it is TEAS, TEAS. So it's time and empathy for women, and appreciation and space for men. And I think that this is such a fundamental thing we need to understand and appreciate. It's baked into our very core. It's baked into our very being. And I know a lot of people will say, okay, what about, relationships where it's man, and woman, etc. But you'll find that one partner, even in that dynamic, will tend to have sort of a more masculine trait, and one will have more feminine trait. And, so the masculine one will appreciate that, space and appreciation, and the feminine one will appreciate the time and empathy. So it doesn't matter what gender dynamic it follows, but in that relationship, you generally have one masculine, one feminine, strong personality. And within that, the masculine wants space and appreciation. The feminine wants time and empathy. But it's important that we just understand these soul love languages that we have, that are baked into our very being and who we are. When we understand that, then the next level is those 5 love languages. And there's probably a few more as well. I think the one that people have mentioned for me, which I think is actually really relevant, is shared experiences. Out of all the ones that have come up, and people have invented many random ones, but I think the only one that I've actually seen being relevant and prevalent is shared experiences. So that could be the 6th love language. But this is my take on it. I want to love to hear your thoughts. And if you want any it explained any more, or you've got any questions, leave it in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video and to my channel as well, where I discuss all things dating, relationships. Plus, you can find my podcast, the Feeling Inspired Podcast, where I've done things like had special guests. We've talked about other areas of relationships, very deeper aspects of relationships, or even had debates. Most recently, we did the debate on who should pay on a first date. So all that and more is there. So make sure you like, subscribe, click that bell so you get notified when the new videos go out as well. But I'd love your thoughts on this as well. Let me know what you think. True or false? The 4 love languages of the soul? What do you think? Agree or disagree? And what do you think about the 5 love languages as well? Do you subscribe to that model, or are you one of these people who just thinks because it hasn't been proven it's not true, which I disagree with? I think it's 100% true. Let me know. Thanks for watching.